إن الحمد لله نحمده تعالى ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونسترشده ونعوذ بالله العظيم من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله والله الهادي فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله رحمته التي أهدى ونعمته التي أسدى وسراجه الذي أنار اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على خير خلقك وصفوتك من رسلك محمد بن عبد الله النبي الأمين وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين وعلى أزواجه أمهات المؤمنين وعلى أصحابه الغر الميامين والتابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وارض اللهم عن أئمة المسلمين واشملنا معهم بعطفك ومنك وكرمك إنك على ما تشاء قدير أما بعد أيها الإخوة والأخوات. Today is inshallah after Eid we are to talk about a very serious subject under the title of kids and dads. Our kids, the future of Islam, our children, the tomorrow of our religion, our farm in which we invest, in which we grow our religion, our civilization, and support our beliefs, our creed, our belief in Allah, our iman, our certainty in the unseen, in the day with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to come. Kids and dads, the connections between the generations that makes it the future of Islam. Those who work hard today for the future of Islam will have their record rewarded with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the future. When everyone is in need of the least thing to grant him salvation and to relieve him of the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your kids are in your record. Your children will come in your book, whether your book of good deeds or your book of bad deeds. So you should plan, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders us to plan. Allah said in Surah Al-Hashr, يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله. Oh, you believe, fear Allah, and let every soul of you examine what he or she forwarded for him or herself with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So make for the future. See what the future will be. And your kid is the leader of the future. Your kid is one of the brick of the greatest building of humanity, which is Islam. Without the physical building of Islam, without the souls that strive for the sake of Allah, without the bodies, without the spirits that work hard for Allah, we have no future. And today, we have no day because our dads, the fathers of these generations, betrayed these generations. They gave nothing to Islam. They just lived to the pleasures of this life, to the joy of the world. They just implanted in our mind to get money, to get wealth, to get and get and get forever. And they never make us endowment for Allah. They didn't make us waqf for Allah. they didn't implant in us that our life should be devoted wholly for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I do not talk about 100% of our dads, but at least 99% of our dads. If we have 10% of Muslims who plant in the minds and the brains of their daughters, of their sons, that they are the future of Islam, that they must work for Allah, we shouldn't be in this crisis of this abyss of Islamic civilization nowadays. So we need to work for Islam. And this khutbah, this speech, is not only given to those who are old enough to have children. This khutbah is given to youth. This khutbah is given to every young man and young woman. Because the seeking of Allah, the seeking for Allah, searching after the love of Allah, searching after the future of Islam should begin very early, more than you may imagine. Seeking for Allah should be the seed of your thinking, should be the essence of your life. Without this, you are a loser. No matter how much you have, no matter how great you are, no matter how rich you may be, you are nothing. Because only what is with Allah will remain forever. What is not with Allah will fade, will vanquish, will come to an end. So today, we are talking about the kids and dads. And what should the dads do early before they see their kids? When you are to marry, when you are to work, you should put in your mind the future of Islam. When you come to eat, you should put in your mind the future of Islam. So, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His messengers told us that nobody that grows up of a lawful means will go to Jannah. Everybody that grows up out of the ill-gotten means will be of the fuel of the fire. You should eat of the lawful means and work in the lawful works to get the money that provide for your body, the lawful blood, the lawful cells that will be in the womb of your wife to give birth to the lawful child. It is not just lawful because it comes through marriage. It is lawful because it is tayyib. It is good in the sight of Allah. When you come to choose the wife, you should choose the righteous woman. This righteous woman, you choose her for Allah, not just for your pleasure. When He sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told us that we may go to marry women for their wealth, for their ancestors, for their fame, and for their religion. He sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, after this predicate information, He sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, ordering us, then win the religious woman, win the religious woman. Otherwise, your hand will stick to dust, then you will be poor. Even you have all the nice world, you are living in this world nicely, but you will be poor. Taribat yadak. Your hand will stick to dust because you are poor when you have the poor woman in her religion. This woman should support your religion and should be the first instructor and teacher of your kids. When you go to have this woman, you should put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You should put Allah in your kindness of the choice. You should put Allah, should place Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in front of your eyes. Whenever and wherever you may be. See Imam Mohammed ibn Hanbal, may Allah be pleased with him. He sent some person to propose for a woman. This woman has a sister. This sister was one-eyed woman. When he went to see, he saw the one-eyed woman and the complete and full and perfect sister. He said, okay, I choose to take this one-eyed woman because some persons told him that this one-eyed woman is the righteous woman. Although the other is beautiful, is better than her. this is defected, no more. However, he likes Allah, he loves Allah, then he seeks the pleasure with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the satisfaction with Allah. Then what happened with this woman? This woman gave him Abdullah ibn Ahmad, the great hadith scholar of Islam, who preserved the greatest book of hadith in the history of Islam, which is his dad's book, Al-Musnad, and added to it hundreds of hadith. So Imam Ahmad had the one-eyed woman, and this one-eyed woman who was righteous gave us this treasure, Abdullah ibn Ahmad, who left us great treasure of the sentences, of the accounts, of the reports of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet Ahmad now, Imam Ahmad now is in his grave, and his son is in his grave, and his wife is in her grave. However, the good deeds of Imam Ahmad continues forever. Whenever you open the book of Imam Ahmad, he has good deeds, and his son himself is one of his good deeds. Then it shows the way of Allah. Even when you go to have your woman, when you have one who is beautiful and one who is righteous, go and take the righteous. She will give the beauty of your life. She will enlighten your soul. After some moments of life, after some months, after some days, we forget about the faces. However, the impression, the beauty of souls, the slight sins, the very small things of our life is drawn through the way we love Allah, and through the way those who are around us love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the first night with your woman, you should start the journey of seeking for the good kids at this first night. When you put and place your hand on her forehead and say, Oh Allah, Allahumma inni as'aluka khayraha وخير ما جبلتها عليه وأعوذ بك من شرها وشر ما جبلتها عليه. Oh Allah, I ask you to grant me the best of this woman and the best thing of her nature, and I seek refuge with Allah from the worst with her and the worst implanted in her nature. And then when you come to have intimate relationship with her, you say, Oh Allah, Allahumma jannibna ash-shaytan wa jannib ash-shaytana ma razaqtana. Oh Allah, drive shaitan away from us and drive him away from the rizq, the new future of Islam, the progeny, the kids that you may grant for us. The journey for Islam, the journey for having a kid for the future of Islam begins very early. And you should put this in mind. However, you are now have the kids. You have the kids in your hand. Give the thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the first of thanksgiving is to learn this child, and even when he is still inside the womb, when he is still a fetus, let him learn the Quran when he is a womb. Let your wife hear to the Quran, because even when she is pregnant, the child in her womb will become accustomed to the Quran. And when he is born, he will listen to the Quran, will keep quiet when the Quran is recited. However, when he listens to any other sound, it will annoy him. Keep him a fetus on the way of Allah. Let him be on the way of Allah while he's still a piece of flesh. You have now the child. Let the first words that come to his ears is Allahu Akbar. Make the adhan in his right ear and the iqamah in his left ear. Make Allah the greatest from the very moment when he comes to life or when she comes to life. Let him feel Allah. Everything in this world feel Allah. The stone feel Allah. Every building knows Allah. Every tree knows Allah. Everything in this universe glorifies Allah. وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ إِلَّا يُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِهِ. And nothing in this universe but glorifies Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let your child, who is still infant, knows Allah through the adhan, through the greatest word, Allahu Akbar.